Good morning, Mendham family, and welcome back to the vlog. Tell me what you guys are doing right now, because I want to know in the comments down below what you guys are doing right now. As for me, right now, you guys can see I'm still in my bathrobe right now. It's only like 10 o'clock in the morning here, but I'm going to go ahead and actually jump into the shower real quick and get changed out of this clothing, and then we'll go ahead and actually cover a really interesting topic that I've never covered before. Just got out of the shower here, and I noticed my girl Ariel, my corn snake here, she actually just left me a little present again in the back of her cage. She always likes to do it right under her brush right there. I don't know what the deal is. Is it like just her favorite spot or something? I'm not 100% sure, but now she's coming up looking at me thinking I got food for her, but sorry girl, I don't have food for you. Not right now, okay? But you'll be eating soon, so be patient with me. I don't know what her deal is. Like, maybe a few months ago she was never this intrigued by food, but now all of a sudden she's so, like, hyper about it regarding this. But she's never like this on a normal basis. But I guess maybe it's the seasons, you know, changing with that being said. So I'm just gonna go ahead, clean up her present she made. So for the topic of my vlog today, you guys, is I want to talk about how my love for reptiles began, you know, because some people have actually asked me that for the last couple of years now, and I feel like it's time to talk about it. So I figure let's go ahead and begin where it actually started, and let's just say it started off with garter snakes. Now, believe it or not, when I was a little kid, I was probably maybe like 5-6 years old when I actually got to see my very first wild snake, and believe it or not, it was a garter snake. You know, and I mean, like, think about it, you guys. When we were all little kids, you know, we'd go out into the woods, probably go look for some garter snakes and all that. But that's the first kind of snake reptile thing that it all began, you know. Kind of then started coming around with turtles as well at the same time. So, and you can see here my boy Tyson, my albino checkered garter, he's just like looking at me thinking, oh, what are you doing to me, you know? I'm not doing anything to you, I'm just holding you. You're doing so good, so stay calm, okay? Nothing bad's gonna happen to you, I promise you. Okay, he's gonna go a little squirmy on me here. You're alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whew. You're alright, bud. You're alright. You're alright. He is a little squirmy about being handled. Oh, there he goes. And there he goes again. Ay! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Sheesh! Take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, be good. Oh, hey, oh. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, you're okay, you're okay. You're okay, you're okay. Whoa, whoa. You see, you guys, that's just one thing I gotta work with Tyson here. He's not great at being handled compared to being like Lucy or something like that, you know? He's not as docile. He's very, very squirmy about being handled. He's kind of reminds me of Brian's albino Nile monitor chicken strip. He's kind of like this too. So yeah, he's a bit more squirmy, but eventually over time I think we'll work with him on being handled. I'm gonna have to do a lot more practice now, you guys, believe it or not, to start 2021. So regardless though, I actually fell in love with reptiles, believe it or not, when I was around maybe 5-6 years old after I saw my first wild garter snake. And it started also taking it to the next level around probably the 2nd grade. So let's go ahead and actually talk about that, on how my love for reptiles actually started to evolve. When I actually got into the 2nd grade one year, actually I shouldn't say 1 year, I should say more like one day, our teacher actually had to give us an assignment to do. It was called an animal report, and at first we didn't know exactly what an animal report was because we were only 2nd grade. So, but she gave us some of the information on what the assignment was to do, and actually, believe it or not, she actually gave us several animal books actually on a bookshelf in the back of her classroom to pick out on which ones we were interested in doing. And while most of my classmates picked up the animal books they wanted to do, there was one book in particular that was still on the shelf, and that of course was pythons. And I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get my girl Ellie out here and see if she would cooperate, because you know she's just absolutely a good sweetheart. And oh, whoa, anything on here? Nope, we're good. But yeah, and look at that, she is ooh, she does not look happy. It's alright, girl, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, she is not too happy to see me right now, because I just probably interrupted. Maybe she was probably taking a nap, and I don't want to make her mad even more. It's alright, girl. No, nothing bad's gonna happen to ya. So anyway, that's when it all started, when I started reading the book about pythons on my animal report, and I actually got a good grade on it too, and that's when my true love for reptiles eventually started, you guys, with starting with pythons here. And yeah, like I said, this girl's getting ready to take a shot at the camera here, and I don't want her to actually bash her face up, so, but regardless though, pythons are just absolutely amazing animal. And of course you guys know Ellie is a children's python, but my love for reptiles really began then when after I did that animal report. But also, believe it or not, it eventually went to another level in my 3rd grade class when I actually did another animal report on something else. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put her plants back because I don't want to make you upset, girl. It's okay, honey. I love you. You're a good girl, though. So when I went into my 3rd grade year, people, when we approached, I think it was just before spring break. Yeah, it was before spring break. We had to actually do an assignment, of course, another animal report. But this time, I actually decided to do something a little bit different that I don't think anybody in my class actually was prepared for. And of course, it was not snakes, though, you guys. It was still reptiles related, but it's not snakes, though. And if you guessed lizard, you were close, but it's not. I actually did my animal report on crocodiles. That's right, alligators and crocodiles. And believe it or not, I actually started falling in love with crocodilians at around 9 years old, I guess, after I saw the movie Lake Placid, and I just found it to be a pretty cool animal looking, you know? It's just like look at this, you guys. Even though it's not a real crocodile, you have to admit, though, it's like a living dinosaur here, for example, you know? I mean, think about it, you know, because crocodilians have been around even more than the actual dinosaurs, believe it or not. They've been around for an estimated around close to 200 million years. And think about that, 200 million years, that is a really, really long time. That's going back to, like, the Triassic period. So, and basically crocodilians, you know, since the dinosaurs were wiped out 60-something million years ago, they really haven't changed much. They really haven't since then, since the late Cretaceous period. And I just fall in love with crocodilians, you know, because that same year that I did my animal report on, we actually went down to take a trip to Florida for the first time ever. Unfortunately, it was about 10 years ago, and I don't have any footage of it, so I did not even exist on YouTube at that time. I was 9 years old. But I actually got to see a bunch of wild alligators down in Florida, and it was definitely worth a trip down there. So that's when it took a whole new level for me on my love for reptiles there. And shortly after I got into crocodilians, people, my mom one morning, I guess on a weekend, told me to come into the living room, and actually she had a TV show on for me. It was on the Animal Planet channel, and it was actually called The Crocodile Hunter, and really I didn't know exactly what it was about at that time, but after watching the episode I realized who he was, and of course everybody knows The Crocodile Hunter, of course the one and only Steve Irwin, who unfortunately passed away. Already been about close to about 14-15 years now, you guys, and it still feels like it was yesterday. But Steve Irwin went down actually as a legend, of course one of the greatest wildlife conservationists of all time. And even though people think there's been speculation if Steve was just doing it for the money, I don't think so at all. I think he just did it because he loved the wildlife, and when he was on camera, the producers of the show actually just told him just to be himself as he would be when he's encountering with wildlife, whether it's off camera or on camera. So, and since then actually, Steve went on to become a legend. And of course not too long ago, just a few years ago, the Irwin's family, Terry Irwin and their kids, both Bindi and Robert, they actually did a show called Crikey, It's the Irwins. And after I watched the first season, you guys, I absolutely loved it. So I want to give a shout out to the Irwin family of stepping back into the plate and actually showing what's been going on lately at Australia Zoo. It's really fascinating to see how you guys have come a long way since the tragic incident with Steve. But really, you guys are carrying on his legacy, and I do appreciate you guys are doing that. That really makes everybody here that's in America or anywhere in the world that's happy about this, you know. And hopefully one day here, maybe in about 5 years from now, I'll come visit your guys' zoo in Australia. So who knows? It could happen, but I don't want to jinx myself on it, but I would love to do it someday. Later on that same year, you guys, in the summer of 2011, I actually got to catch my very first snake ever when I was at the age of 9 years old. And believe it or not, it was not a garter snake at all, or one of those little red bellies. It actually turned out to be a pretty big northern water snake. That's right, those big water snakes that actually smell really bad. And do I regret it to this day? Not at all. It actually was really successful at catching it, but it wasn't that easy because I didn't have any gloves with me. All I had was just a net, and that made it even a lot harder. So, but it was still worth the catch, and I still have that picture of me with it to this very day. But right now, it's actually at my grandma's house on her fridge. But I'm sure I'll eventually get over there and show it to you guys one of these days, because trust me, you're gonna definitely want to see it, because I absolutely love that picture still to this very day. From that day forward, I would be going on to go looking for some herping adventures for next 10 years or so. So for 2021, am I gonna be able to do it this year? I'm not 100% sure, you guys, because right now it's been really busy with me, whether it's doing the vlogging, doing this special ed program, and of course this coming summer, once it's done with the program, I gotta, of course, they gotta help me actually find a actual job that I want to enjoy working at. So there is a potential that I probably will not be doing it this year. So, but regardless though, I had many great adventures doing it over the last decade, you guys, and since then I've caught hundreds and hundreds of snakes out in the wild, especially out here in my neighborhood since I was little, and I just absolutely was fascinated with it. So I'm just admiring my view of Lucy here. She's just doing a really good job, actually. I'm just sitting here the whole time, because basically I've raised her since she was just a tiny little newborn, and I love you very much, sweetheart. And it's funny though, after all these years of having, for the last few years of having her, she's never bitten me once, believe it or not. So, but eventually one of these days I think she will, because she's getting pretty big, you guys, and probably maybe in another couple more years from now, I'll hopefully one of these days get to breed her, and she can actually be a mom for the first time. But I'm just gonna actually try and see if I can actually have word with the local DNR office to see if it's okay with it, because after all, she is a native species here to the state of Michigan, and I don't want to introduce any captive born babies into the wild, because they can spread different kinds of diseases and parasites. So regardless, I'm gonna wait on that for a while until I can actually have a word with the DNR on it, and if they're okay with it, then that'll be green light and we can go ahead and do it. So regardless, I absolutely just have had a great adventure with having so many of these reptiles. And fast forwarding, you guys, several years into the present day here, and I have had all these amazing animals with me alongside me for quite a while now, and I couldn't really ask for a better life, to be honest with you. And just so many amazing things have happened over the last few years. Even though 2020 last year was a very tough challenge for me, at the end though, we managed to come out on top of it and actually succeed. And now that we're already into 2021, we're hoping that actually this year will be much better than last year, because this pandemic, of course, we know it's approaching near the end, you guys, and I'm gonna actually have to talk about something with you guys next week that I don't think my family probably doesn't want me to share, to be honest with you, but I probably do have to tell you, because I got no choice. Not on the vlog right now, but maybe on the next one, you guys. So regardless though, these have just been amazing for the last several years. So regardless, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. You guys, if you're new to my channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, that red little button right down below, and turn on that notification bell here at the corner right there as well, and leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys thought about this video. And I promise you guys, I'm gonna see you on the next one.